Jessica here, representing the Davenport House Clinic, here to demonstrate some simple exercises that will help relieve foot pain. Now the first exercise that we have will require us to use a strap. Okay, so now I have my fancy yoga strap here, but certainly if you didn't have a fancy yoga strap, you could supplement like a tie or like a scarf or even just a long t-shirt, really anything that is long enough to stretch from the bottom of the foot to the belly, okay? Because what we're going to be doing is, for this first exercise, the Achilles tendon and plantar fascia stretch. So we're going to be starting from a seated position, okay? And actually first, I should stress the importance of proper alignment. So we want to establish a straight spine, stacking the joints. Okay, and to do that from a seated position, we might want to first take the glute and lift it, and pull it out and away from the body so that we're on the bottom of the sitting bone. Okay, so we're flat to the earth, lifting the crown of the head to the sky, shoulders down, away from the ears. And you want to keep the joints soft. Okay, so even though the legs, they look straight, there's always going to be a little bend in the knees here, okay, to protect that sensitive joint. Okay, and then we'll take our handy dandy strap and we'll wrap it around the bottom of the foot, right in the middle. Or I guess actually, for the purposes of relieving foot pain, we might want to move the strap up a little higher on the balls of the feet. Okay, and then just gently pulling. We certainly don't want to strain and squeeze the strap at all, but relaxing the shoulders, just a gentle grip on the strap, still keeping the chest open, crown of the head raises to the sky, and the bottom of the glute sinks to the earth. Okay, so we're just gently pulling the feet towards the body for a nice little Achilles tendon stretch. So for our next exercise to relieve foot pain here with Davenport House Clinic, we recommend the towel pickup. Okay, so as you can see, I'm seated on a chair, and I have a towel here on the floor, just a regular dish towel. And what I'm going to do is, keeping the heel of the foot on the floor, I'm just going to use my toes to scrunch and grab the towel. Then I'm just going to use the strength of my foot to lift it up. Just, a couple inches, well, maybe not even a couple inches, maybe just a couple centimeters off the floor. Okay? And go ahead and put it down. So maybe as we exhale, we can lift, and then as we inhale, we can lower. Exhaling on exertion is the safest way to practice any form of exercise. And then, maybe after 10 sets on the right foot, we can then switch to the left foot and the same kind of a thing. Scrunching and lifting as we exhale the breath, inhaling as we release. Scrunching and lifting, and exhaling and releasing. Exhaling on exertion and inhale as we come down. Okay, so about, I'd say 10 sets on each side, so you're doing about 20 per day will help to relieve foot pain and build strength in the feet. And certainly as you begin to feel stronger, you could add some weight, so maybe soak the towel in water, so if you a wet towel. You'll be amazed at how much more challenging it is, even just by soaking the towel in water. Okay, and then there's other mediums that you can use, other props that you can use that might have more weight to it that would add more of a challenge. But it's a nice place to start for relieving foot pain here. In a seated position in a chair, we want to cross one leg over the other. Okay, now first checking in with alignment. So we want a 90-degree bend in the knee. Okay, we want the bottom of the glute to be flat to the chair. Again, so we might want to lift and pull the glute away from the body so we get a nice flat surface. Okay, for our base. Spread the toes nice and wide, press down into the earth, reach the crown of the head to the sky, shoulders down, away from the ears, chest is open. And then we're crossing, I have my right leg crossed over my left leg to start. Okay, and then we're using the strength of the inner thighs and the glute and the hip flexors to draw the knee down so it's in alignment with the ankle. Okay, and then from here, to get that plantar fascia stretch, we're going to flex the foot and then just kind of gently pull the toes away from the foot. So just kind of to increase that stretch of the plantar fascia. Okay, hold it for I would say 3 to 5 deep breaths before switching sides, nice and slowly, unhooking that leg and then crossing the other. Okay, same kind of a deal. First we want to check in with our alignment, make sure we have that 90-degree bend in the knee, the knees in alignment with the ankle, crown of the head is reaching to the sky, spine is straight, core is engaged. I forgot to mention how important engaging the core is here. Well, in all exercises, engaging the core is important. Then finally, we can take the toes and just kind of ever so gently pulling them down to increase the stretch of the plantar fascia. Three to 5 deep breaths. And then we can slowly unhook. So now, the last exercise that we have for you here at the Davenport House Clinic is a standing stretch. So what we want to do is, using a wall, we're going to plant the hands on the wall. So the wrists are in alignment with the shoulders. Okay, and then we're going to bring one foot forward. I'm starting with my right foot forward and my left foot back. And then we're just kind of pushing into the wall. I mean, not like really forcefully pushing, but just kind of leaning into the wall. A nice bend in the right knee, keeping that left knee straight. And you want to experiment with the distance between the foot and the wall, because obviously the further away from the wall, the more of a stretch it's going to be. So, maybe you just start a couple feet away from the wall to start. And then as you progress with the exercise, maybe you can move that foot further away for a deeper stretch. Okay. And I would say 3 to 5 deep breaths on each side. So go ahead and switch sides, taking into account the differences between one leg and the other. One side of the body is always going to be more or less flexible than the other. So, of course, depending on any past injuries and whatnot. So, maybe if it feels too intense, even just a couple feet away from the wall, what we could do to relieve some pressure is put a bend in both knees. Okay, so it won't be quite as deep of a stretch, but safety first. So if it causes pain to have this back knee straight, of course it'll have a little bend in it. But if this causes pain, we don't want that. We want trying to relieve pain, so just put a little more of a bend in that back knee to take a little pressure off the ankles and the calves. Okay, so that's all the exercises and tips that we have for you here at the Davenport Health Clinic on relieving foot pain. So thanks for practicing these with me, and I hope you find relief and enjoyment from these.